Welcome to Sister Sis. Hey, y'all. Did y'all miss us? Because we sure missed you. Look, watch, like, and subscribe to our channel at Sister Sis 1988, as well as follow us on all our social media platforms at Sister Sis 1988. So we're going to continue with our next segment with my classmate, Miss Gail. And for those of you that don't know, Gail went on a growth journey as well as a weight loss journey. And baby, let me tell you, she over here looking like a goddess. Like a goddess, honey, like a goddess. So we're going to dive into that, find out what her motivation was and what was her why. So I'll go ahead and dive in, Gail. So what motivated you to start the weight loss journey? And how did you stay motivated during that journey?
So the motivation part is hard. That definitely died probably year 2. It became discipline. Mm-hmm. You're not going to always be motivated, but it became discipline is what I had to have. My why. So my dad passed at age 41. And so when I was 33, I believe, going about to be 34, when I decided to, hey, I need a lifestyle change. I never forget, I was at my grandmother's house for 4th of July, ate all this food, and I stepped on the scale. Scale said 301. I was livid. Granted, I just ate all ribs and chicken and taste salad, all this stuff. But that really messed me up, like to really physically, because honestly, I thought I was hot stuff. Like, because nobody ain't saying, girl, you getting big. And everybody was like, oh, well, they're around me all the time, so they said they really couldn't tell the difference. But as I look back at the pictures, that you could tell the difference. Nobody just wasn't saying anything. But mainly my boys. I wanted to make sure that I was going to be around a long time for them. My dad, I was 16 when my dad passed. And he passed because he was overweight, high blood pressure, high cholesterol, poor diet, no exercise, stress. And I think with all those, was already on high blood pressure medicine, high cholesterol. He took a lot of medicine on top of eating bad, which I never understand. I hate taking medicine to this day, but I don't understand people taking all this medicine, but you still drinking a 2-liter Coke in a day. And you still eating all this fried food in one day. It's not a cheat meal. But that was really hard for me because stress we're going to have.
Yes.
Like, it's inevitable. We're going to have stress. So to limit the health issues, we got to take care of our bodies. Now, granted, especially as women, our weights fluctuate. Go through things, schedules change, jobs change, We go through things where you're not going to always be at your top about what you're eating, when you're exercising. So today I may exercise 2 hours. Tomorrow I probably got 30 minutes. So I say that that was like my main things. Like my boys, I want to be able to be a grandmama one day. And I didn't have, my dad don't even know my boys because he passed when I was 6 years because his health was just that horrible. But on top of the stress was the icing on the cake, honestly, that I feel like really took him out. With all the health issues, my mom was going through a divorce at the time, and I think that he just couldn't handle that, and that put even more pressure into his health issues. And I was just like, I'm getting older. I'm fat. I got to do something about it. I cannot, and I didn't have any high blood pressure, and it's crazy because my 3 brothers, my biological brothers, all have high blood pressure. I was 300 pounds. I had high blood pressure experience in one time, and that was when I was pregnant with my second son. And that was at the end of the pregnancy. But outside of that, I had never experienced it, had never had any issues with it. But I was athletic, and so that's probably for sure what saved me. And even at 300 pounds, I would still go play volleyball and stuff, but it about killed me the next day. I could barely go to work. Like seriously, the next day my knees would be so slow that I could barely go to work. the next day. It would be probably times I've called in because I played volleyball too many games on Sunday and couldn't go to work the next day. But it was because I was heavy. But once I made that decision, I vowed to myself, like, hey, you know what? If I want to live to see my boys graduate, if I want to live to see them get married, if I want to live to see them have children, I got to do better.
Okay, that works for me. So what life changes have you made at this point, up until this point through the journey?
Definitely the routine of exercising and dieting. And I don't want to say dieting, eating clean, and having the power to make the decision of choices of what you're going to eat and what I'm going to eat. At the beginning of the journey, like, honestly, I couldn't do anything. Like, I couldn't go out. I couldn't socialize. I couldn't do any social add-ons because I wasn't strong enough to say, nah, I can't eat that. No, I can't drink that. If I'm going out, I'm going to drink. If it's good food, I'm going to eat it. So for like the first 2 years, I didn't go hardly nowhere. People invite me places, no, I can't go because I just didn't have the willpower. Now, I have the willpower. If I choose not to eat something, I really didn't want to eat it. But if I eat it, it's because I wanted to. Because I can't. I'm disciplined now to not. But life events happen. Who wants to always watch everything that they eat? And so it's a balanced thing to it. Now, probably like since I'm with this new him, I've gained some little happy weight. Not nowhere near all the way because I lost 112 pounds, but I've gained probably 30 in this new him stage in this happy weight. But this happy weight gotta go. But that's part of how things change, especially as women. Our weight is gonna fluctuate. Events,
it does.
pretty soon, menopause, pre-menopause, all that kind of stuff we go through. But you just gotta be kind and patient with yourself and knowing that you're not gonna always be flat stomach and size. I don't know, my ideal size was a 6, but I know that's not true. That was all in my head. I'll never be a 6, but I have been an 8. Not a dress size 8. Smallest dress size was a 10. Comfortable. But whatever your size, ideal size is, you're not gonna always have that, be able to do that. Like, you don't want to just forever, I can't have a piece of cake. Right. I can't eat a slice of pizza.
It's not realistic.
Right.
Yeah, it's not realistic.
And when it's not realistic, it's not going to be doable, and it's not going to be sustainable.
Sustainable, that's the word, like, for real. It's not, because honestly, it's miserable. I want to enjoy, we going out. I want a margarita sometimes. Right. Or I want to have that appetizer, in my favorite restaurant. And if I want birthday cake, I want birthday cake.
That's right. So do you feel, Gail, like you have more confidence since you started the journey? Or do you think that confidence was most likely already there and this just boosted it up a little bit more?
So 2-part. I have more confidence, but it was there before I lost it. Like real confidence. So like I said, even when I was bigger, I'm gonna dress nice, even though my shoes was leaning to the side. I'm gonna dress nice. So crazy. And I'm gonna girl, see, I look back at some of those pictures, girl, them shoes leaning to the side. Oh, nobody didn't say.
Yeah, and ain't nobody noticed that. Folks gonna go to your page and
go to my page.
So ain't nobody noticed all that.
They not leaning no more.
It ain't leaning no more.
It is all good.
Go look at all those big Gail pictures, like the really big, and see them shoes leaning.
That is funny.
So what advice would you give to someone that's starting on the journey?
Take one day at a time.
Okay.
Be patient with yourself. It's a process. Trust the process. Be consistent.
You need an accountability partner.
That was gonna be my next one. Accountability.
You want to be
partner.
mine? Because we stay right next to you.
Yes, we can. You can be mine too. Like, because like-minded people, everybody gotta be, when you're doing certain things, think alike or on the kind of the same page. You can't have an accountability partner that's eating double meat cheeseburgers
Right.
3 times.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Or even if
right.
they are, they're not being respectful to what your lifestyle.
What you're trying to do, right? So, what is the biggest thing that helped you be successful, though? In the journey?
So 2 things. I
Okay.
keep saying 2 things. 2 things. God, I did a lot of praying and crying. I'm telling you, because I used to be going to bed hungry, no lie, because I was used to eating late, like right before bed.
Okay.
So finishing my meals early, and it's a small meal, and it's no snacking. I used to be miserable. But then having a trainer, that really helped. Like, so I would tell them, if you can afford a trainer, invest in yourself. A lot of times people can't afford a trainer. Honestly, I don't know how I was able to afford it at the time. I made it work because I wasn't making a whole lot of money at the time. I was working in the school district, and I was just a teacher assistant, not a lot of money. But I made it work. I was getting ready to start my business, but it was kind of like part-time. But I had to pinch and kind of give up some stuff to pay that bill.
That's what I did for the 2 months with Kelby. You know, and like you said, it's an investment in yourself, and it is a decision. For me, I have a lot of health issues myself. You know, that throughout the years, me and Calandra kind of have together, kind of on the same note, kind of been. As you see, Toya doesn't need anything like that.
No, she doesn't.
But me and Calandra, Sharita, we've always, the 3 of us, I think, out of my friends, we've always been watching our weight.
Yeah.
I think we all have. But I think as we became older women, it became no, we can't play about this anymore. You know what I'm saying? So, like I say, you want to get together, girl, because the trainer thing is good, and you do learn. Like, it is times I go to the gym and I have a successful workout. But sometimes, even with how long I've been having a trainer, sometimes I still go to the gym and I still feel lost. And I wonder, did I really work myself? Did I really do a good,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? A good one, you know what I'm saying? So, well, girl, I will say that you look great. It was motivational to even watch you as you posted it, on your page, your journey. You showed that if you made up your mind that you could do it.
For sure.
So, for anybody out there that is wanting to make their change in their life, understand that it's hard, as she said, going to bed hungry, not eating that cake, not drinking the margarita. It can be difficult, but it's definitely, guilt is proof that it can happen. So,
Until next time.
there's strength in sisterhood.
And supporting sisterhood.
Bye.